Hello and welcome to the channel. Presidential candidate of the Labour Party LP Peter Obi had some interesting things to say at the Queen's College Lagos Old Girls Association at an event to mark the 95 years anniversary of the school. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Thank you. 2023. There will be no discrimination under my watch. Obi. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, has promised to be a president for all Nigerians, irrespective of gender, class, or creed. He said if elected president come 2023, his presidency will rebuild Nigeria where the rich and the poor are equitably and fairly represented. Obi, according to a statement from the Obi Dati Media Office, said this in Lagos at the weekend while addressing the Queen's College Lagos Old Girls Association during an event marking the 95th anniversary of the school. Obi promised to play his part to help build a nation where citizens' interest will supersede political interest and the existing trust gap between the government and the governed will be reduced to the barest minimum. He equally said the female gender will enjoy a pride of place in his cabinet and all appointive positions. The LP candidate recalled that as governor of Anambra State, his administration achieved close to a 60-40 gender balance in appointive and elective positions, while that of federal government hovered around 30 to 35%. He assured women that his presidency, if elected, intends to progressively aim for between 35 to 40% with aggressive gender mainstreaming action plan and rigid benchmarks. Obi announced that education is at the core of his government's policy thrust, noting that he will pursue a Marshall Plan type program on education that incorporates compulsory technical and vocational skills, sports, entrepreneurship, programming, and digital skills from the primary to the secondary level. And inevitably, we will improve access to finance, MSMEs, youths and women to significantly reduce unemployment and insecurity, he added. The former Anambra State governor said, "We will introduce a mandatory no child left behind educational policy, mindful that Nigeria's inadequate investment in the social sectors, health, education and housing has resulted in the current dismal social and demographic trends reflected in low life expectancy, high maternal mortality rate, large number of out-of-school children, huge unmet housing needs as well as high youth unemployment." He further said, "Our government shall prioritize education to serve the following functions: technical and industry relevance, alignment with local comparative advantages and factor endowments, modern skills proficiency, critical thinking, ethical citizenship values, global competitiveness, and talent exports." According to him, his administration will also prioritize a structured approach to developing the digital skills of our young population to give them the competitive advantage to receive offshore jobs in the new gig economy, while also improving the efficiency and productivity level of our economy. Speaking further, he said, "The Obidati administration, when elected, will sustain national development. Our governance principles, priority projects and programs shall be anchored on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. Obi noted that experience shows that inclusiveness is an essential element in effective public policy making, pointing out that he intends to stop the underrepresentation of critical components of the society and decision-making such as women, youths, and the vulnerable in our midst. Subscribe, like, share, comment, turn the notification bell on, please. Thank you. The candidate equally told the Queen College Old Girls that if elected president, he will from its inception encourage investment in infrastructure, energy, transport, irrigation, and telecoms and education with gender mainstreaming and social inclusion in education, enterprise, and politics will always be a priority. He also expressed his commitment to the well-being of the girl child and women, pointing out that this will be fully reflected in his broad and gender-specific policies. Obi also announced plans to reset and reboot Nigeria in all ramifications: leadership and governance, security of life and properties, economic and political freedom, and this, according to the candidate, will entail the promotion of intangible assets that underpin democracy, namely good governance, rule of law, security of lives and properties, and robust institutions. There will be visible and measurable indices of governance the people can experience, he added. Recall that the Labour Party LP Presidential Campaign Council (PCC), led by Dr. Doyin Okupe, has formally announced the official flag-off of the Obidati campaign rally in Lafia, Nasarawa State on October 25, 2022. A statement issued in Abuja on Saturday by the chief spokesperson of the party's Presidential Campaign Council, Dr. Yunusa Tanko, indicated that the presidential campaign would kick off on Tuesday, October 25, 2022. Dr. Tanko disclosed that what happened in Jos, Plateau State last month was a mere endorsement of the party's presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, by the people of Middle Belt, stressing that the campaign rally scheduled to hold in Lafia, Nasarawa State capital, in the next 10 days will be regarded as the beginning of the campaigns proper. He noted that what took place in Jos last month could not have served as the flag-off of the campaigns since the Presidential Campaign Council had not been constituted. The flag-off is expected to attract party chieftains, members of the campaign council, Labour Party candidates, leaderships, and members of the various support groups of the Obedient family. On behalf of the LP Presidential Campaign Council, we hereby announce adjustment to the campaign timetable as follows. Official flag-off comes up on the 25th October 2022 in Lafia, Nasarawa State. We thank you for your understanding and cooperation, Tanko said. Some of the supporters of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party LP, Peter Obi, popularly called Obedient, have heaped criticisms on activists Aisha Yesufu and Rino Udwala for questioning Peter Obi's security plans. Recall that the duo are also frontline supporters of Mr. Obi, whose candidature has gained massive support from Nigerian youths. The problem began when Rino Udwala posed a question on how Obi intends to tackle police brutality. Popular social activist Aisha Yesufu also backed Rino's claim. At Aisha Yesufu tweeted, "It is." Shocked by Rino's question and Aisha's concurrence, some Obedience presumed the activist set out to ridicule Obi's candidacy. Notwithstanding, others feel there is nothing wrong with the aforementioned question. These are some of the reactions. At Casablanca reacted, at Aisha Yesufu needs to be removed from the PCC so can face her activism and hold every candidate accountable. She cannot represent the Obidati movement if she is asking such questions that have answers already. At Nkemshaw_ tweeted, Rino and Aisha Yesufu saying PO must answer questions about police brutality, which he has already answered repeatedly, is ridiculous. At Aisha Yesufu is even on Peter Obi's campaign list. If you do not believe in his ability to tackle these issues, what convinced you to support him? That's the news, guys. Bye.